So a lot of guys feel pulled in two opposing directions. There's one side of you that probably feels, I just want to engage in comfort. I want to do the things that are really fun and stimulating now because a lot of the other people around me are doing it. Whether that's going out and partying, having fun with girls, doing a lot of these stimulating things that, are just fun to do. A lot of the people around you are doing it. You're young. This is supposed to be like the most fun, stimulating years of your life before, you grow up and you have all these responsibilities. And yeah, you just want to engage in these distractions and validation and all of these different things because it's fun and you don't have that much responsibility now. You want to create those memories. But then there's another side of you, a side that's more ambitious, and it's kind of saying to you, hey, if we were to just lock in right now, if we were to build ourselves up, build our skills, develop ourselves in whatever different area of life that would be, our future would be so much better and we could do like so much more. And it's these two opposing sides that are, fighting each other. They're like kind of like the exact opposite. It's like, well, on one hand, I can do the things that are comfortable right now that feel really fun, or I could be kind of boring right now and later on I'll have success. The thing is, if the side of you that wants comfort, the side of you that wants to be really stimulated and enjoy these years right now, you're going to be trading your prime years for cheap dopamine, for, these memories that might be like fun to look back over. But later on, once you're older, like 30s, 40s, and later on, you're going to be struggling and you're going to be in a worse position than you could have been. And you're going to see some guys around you who were focused, who actually did lock in, and now they're way further ahead of you and you're still at ground zero essentially. Short-term pleasure turns into long-term regret. Indulgence, it isn't evil. It's not like, hey, you can never indulge, you can never go out and party and, have fun with girls and like do all these things. Like, it's not evil. It's just that right now in your prime years, when you're young, when, you have so much opportunity and you're just getting like put out into the world, it's really like a timing thing. If you do it before you have your foundation, before you have everything set up, before you're ready financially, before you have that physique, before you have the status, before you've actually built yourself up, you're just making things so much harder for you later on. Basically, if you want to engage in all of those things, you have to earn it first. Basically, the way to think about it is you have to delay indulgence until you've built yourself up to a level that actually deserves that. There's a ton of different ways that guys go about doing this. Like for some people, they have seasons. So for a few months or a certain set amount of time, they're like, okay, I'm going to lock in. I'm going to do all the work that I have to right now. And then later, once I get to this certain point, okay, then I'm going to indulge. Then I'm going to, party and do all the kind of degenerate things that I want to do so I can get that out of my system. It's pretty much having this rule for yourself that you're going to earn the pleasure that you want, earn the indulgences that you want. You may set this up for yourself like on a weekly basis. Okay, Monday to Friday, I'm going to just lock in, focus on doing all my work and whatever. And then, say on Saturday or whatever, then I'll be able to enjoy things, really not go overboard, but, that's when I'll be able to indulge. Or, if you stretch this out to a bigger period of time, okay, for these 9 months, while I'm just going to be working, blah, blah, blah. But then during the summer, then, okay, that's where I'm going to kind of let loose a little bit and really enjoy myself, because I'll have been focused for a longer time. I will have built myself up for a longer time. So I actually feel that I deserve this. So, okay, I'm not going to do this or engage in these activities until I achieve this goal. It's just having more rules for yourself and doing the hard work first before you do the things that feel more comfortable. You want to spend money on some things, whether it's some nice clothes, some shoes, or, going out on dates and whatever. Just make a rule for yourself. Okay, well, no, I'm going to invest first and build my investments up to a certain point so that they can pay for these things and I still have more left over. And, by having this money invested first, by doing this hard thing first, now, okay, later in life, I'm going to be able to indulge versus saying, okay, well, I got this paycheck or I have this money right now. Let me spend it on, all these things that I want to. And then whatever's left over, then maybe I'll invest it. It's like, no, you need to do the hard thing first. You need to do the thing that will really build you up right now so that later on, now you can indulge in the things that you want to do. It's not necessarily saying, hey, I can never do these things. It's just waiting until you're in a better position where by doing this, you're not ruining the rest of your life essentially. It's like if you really think about it, especially in the self-improvement space, there's a big idea of, okay, you probably shouldn't be watching porn, you probably shouldn't be scrolling or doing like playing a lot of video games, all these degenerate things. But if you're a guy who's actually like built yourself up to a certain level, like you have a S tier level physique, you've built businesses up so you're really successful financially, you've built yourself up in character for like all of these different things. You're pretty much a very successful guy in a whole bunch of different areas of life. If you engage in some of these activities, if you decide to spend like a whole day playing video games, or you decide for a week, okay, I'm just not going to work out, I'm not going to do any exercise or whatever. It's like, yeah, that may not be a good thing, but because you're already in that position, it's not going to affect you in the same way as the guy who's already like not at that level. So by not doing those things, by choosing to eat junk food, by choosing to spend all of his time playing video games or like scrolling or whatever, it's just keeping him stuck in that lower level and like putting him in a worse situation. But if you're already like on top, like it's not going to matter as much. My point is, it's not that you can never do these things. It's that right now in your position where you currently are, if you do these things, you're going to be stuck and you're going to be stuck way longer. Lock in right now, delay the indulgences, wait until later once you're actually established, once you've actually built yourself up, so that at a later time, if you decide you want to do that, it's not really going to matter. If right now as a young guy, all you want to do is play video games, watch porn, scroll on social media, but right now you're broke, your physique is trash, and you have no social skills or whatever, if you keep doing that over time, you're going to be stuck in that same position. You're not going to have the options to do a lot of the cooler things that you can do once you have like a physique, once you have a lot of the financial success, once you have like the social skills and whatever. But if you spend the time to, build yourself and get to a certain level, now, okay, if you decided to spend day playing video games or watching porn or scrolling on social media, doing a whole bunch of these degenerate things, you've already built yourself up to that point. So you still have those options. You're still at a very good point in life. And maybe once you're at that point, you're not going to want to indulge in these things anyway. But you need to get yourself and put yourself in that position first. And for a lot of people, they don't work so hard in their 20s or like in their teenage years to, make a lot of money so that later on they can make even more money. It's like, no, I'm just working hard right now so that later on, like when I'm in my 30s or even my 20s, I'll have so much success career wise or in my business or whatever, so that I'll be able to retire and, do other things. Or maybe I do want to continue doing whatever it is, but I'll have more options. I'll be in a better position. Become the man who can enjoy his life without being ruined by it. I promise you, if you go down this path, here's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to be doing the hard work. You're going to be, being really disciplined, and you're going to be slowly growing, building yourself up into the man that you really want to be. So you're going to be in a better position. And a lot of the people around you, they're not really going to be doing the same thing. They're going to look at you funny. They're going to be like, oh, why aren't you enjoying yourself? Whatever. And that's fine. Years down the line, say 10 years from now or even longer, now they're going to be forced to build themselves up. Now they're going to be in a bad position because, they have more responsibility, all these bills and just these, I don't know, like health problems, things that happen like as you get older. While they're struggling, while they have to build themselves up now, while they have to struggle to survive, you're going to be in the position where you've already worked and you can actually enjoy your life and indulge in the things that you want to while they are having to struggle. It's not necessarily like, oh, you want them to struggle or whatever, but like that's just going to be the position that you're in once you actually focus right now, lock in right now, so that you can indulge later if you want to indulge. And the difference is, even though you're indulging, you're not going to be in a worse situation because you'll have built yourself up already. You're already going to have that momentum. So it's not really going to matter as much. Use your younger years right now. And by the way, right now is the youngest that you're ever going to be ever again. Use these times right now so you can build yourself up to a level where whether you decide to indulge or not, you're still going to be in a good position.